Hello, we're back for day 2. And he doesn't understand who I'm talking to, he's not used to me vlogging either. So, basically, this is day 2 about 11:30ish. We've just walked to the local dog park, which is the biggest one, I think, on site. I don't know why. My camera is doing that. Maybe if I just pan it around normally, it'll be okay. Yeah, so we just came to this dog park for a little run around while my fiance is doing a little bit of work. Yeah, it was a good night's sleep, I'd say. I had some issues with my diabetes that, kind of kept me awake a little bit, kept me waking up. Well, I think it was more to do with my blood glucose sensor than anything else. Wasn't it? Yes. He was a little bit roughy and huffy and barking at random noises, but it's because at home we live literally in the wilds of Wani. And even then he still barks at random car doors and stuff like that. But we obviously share a wall with a neighbour, and they also have a dog. We're in a dog-friendly area, so they'd take their dogs out and stuff like that and make some noise, and he'd give a little bark and a little bit of growling. It's nothing aggressive against other dogs. He just thinks he's a guard dog. I mean, you've seen the size of him. He might guard against, like, a butterfly or something, but nothing major. So, yeah, good night's sleep. We'll just come out here to burn off a little steam. Ozzy, what's this? Yeah. And yesterday when I was saying he loves a ball, this is what I mean. Down. Paw. Go get. He loves a ball. Any ball. Drop it. Drop. Drop. Oh, that's slobbery already. Lovely. Yeah. So we'll play fetch here for a little bit. Just bear them out because I think we're going to go swimming today. And obviously, dogs are not allowed to go swimming because they're dogs. So we'll end up going swimming for a few hours, do a little bit of shopping in the village, and just pick up some bits, really. Have a bit of chill time. It should be good. Yeah. I would say the only downside I've had so far is that, as I said yesterday in the room tour, he found it eventually, there's no door between the bedroom and the rest of the living area. So obviously he went to sleep in his cage. He was perfectly fine about that, but he did wake me up at one point during the night when I think something was walking along the roof or something like that, or someone had come home late. So he was just barking at that, which is, acceptable dog behaviour. But normally we have something to kind of keep us separated. Well, normally he's downstairs in the kitchen and I'm upstairs in the bedroom, so that doesn't wake me up. But obviously this time that was not the case. So a little bit of disturbance. I would like a bit of privacy. It wasn't listed as a studio room, it was listed as a lodge. And to me, lodge means distinct, separate bedrooms and stuff like that. Here's what it is. It's perfectly fine for the two and a dog. But yeah. Sorry for that little cut. There was a family with a dog, and I didn't know if they wanted to be on or not, but we're okay. So a lot of reason, there was obviously a fair bit filmed yesterday, but kind of reason I didn't film as much while we were walking around is that for some reason there was a lot of cars on site, and normally you have the early access, which is about 2 p.m. You can pay to kind of access your lodge early and drop off stuff early and take your car around early, which is fine. But these guys were here from when we arrived, so like 10:30, and they were there the entire time. They didn't have anything in the window saying early access or anything like that. And they were kind of there all day, and there was a lot of them. I mean, if I look around now, there's a couple of cars around, which there shouldn't really be. There is some in disabled bays, which are perfectly fine. You are allowed to have your car near you at all time if you're disabled and need that kind of stuff. But if you're not meant to. So I don't know what kind of happened there, but I'll probably email them after the holiday to see what the crack is with that, because we're coming back here in July and it's not something... Like, I've been to Center Parcs at least 10 times. I've never seen anything like that on my first day. So I don't know if they've changed some rules and not updated their website or something like that. But as far as I'm aware, you have access from 4 p.m. or 2 p.m. if you pay for early. Or if you're disabled and need it, then that's fair enough. But I mean, there was no disabled badges on most of these cars, and I saw people driving around getting out of them, and obviously some disabilities are hidden, but to me it just looked like they were kind of coming in early and taking and parking. But yeah, I don't know why you'd want to come in early. To be fair, your lodge doesn't unlock till 4 unless you pay for early. Oh, you got too much mud in you. You got too much mud in your mouth, darling. Lodge doesn't kind of unlock till 4, and there's cleaning people in it normally until, well, around 3 o'clock, depending on where you are in the cleaning cycle. But I don't know, to me, I've always, well, when I used to come without a dog, I'm trying to keep him in focus, but the camera is just loving the scenic Center Parcs views. When I used to come without a dog, what we'd do is we'd rock up early, have a bit of food, and then we'd go swimming for a few hours and just have a lovely time swimming until your lodge were ready, then go get the cars and take them to the lodge and stuff like that. But at the minute, because of him, he can't go swimming, so we end up coming early still and then just having a walk around. We go to, it used to be called the Country Club, it's now called like the Dozy Duck or something. I don't know how you didn't catch that, lad. Called the Dozy Duck. We'll be going back there to do some crazy pool at some point, I believe tomorrow. We haven't booked it, but we'll see if tomorrow's busy. So they've got an outside area that's dog friendly, so we just sat there, had a cider each, and then continued walking. We also had a Starbucks at the start, which caused that cheese disaster, but it is what it is. So yeah, nice chill out. I'm going to play with the dog for a bit more, and I'll record going back towards the lodge. So I'll speak to you in a bit. So as you can see now, well, never mind, he just got up. He's halfway between deciding he's completely done with the day and also wanting to play more. Now, this ball, as you can see, used to be orange at the start of this play session, didn't it? Now look at it. Look what you've done. Absolutely brown, covered in hairs, mud. Oh, little bird dittering about the trees. Doesn't care, he's focused on the ball. So, do a couple more throws. As you can see, lovely weather. It's a bit nippy, a little bit nippy, won't lie, for how sunny it is. But it's very distracted by a van. And a load of kids wagging his tail so he can say hi. But as you can see, it's a nice patch of shade and he's pretty much done for the day. Yep. Oh, yeah, he had to pee on the tree before he was done, apparently. Didn't you? Ozzy, lay down. Lay down. Sit. You won't do it until I pick up the ball. No, I've got the ball. Sit. Sit. Right, you've shown on video 100 times before that you know what you're doing. Sit down. There you go. Do you want to lie down? Or are you too focused on the ball? No lying down. Okay. Yeah, we'll be heading back soon. As you can see, that's just the selfie mode. With a bit of face tracking. You can see nice bit of move around. Nice bit of nature background. Yeah. Oh, he's well and truly gone. I picked up this new camera. It's DG Osmo Pocket 3, I believe. Quite hard to pick up at the minute. because of supply shortages really. But I thought, well, we're in a nice quiet pocket of Center Parcs. It does seem like a quiet weekend. I don't know if it's just the curve we're on. Basically, our lodge is, let me just flip the camera around, is just over down there. It's pretty much the next lodge there, but there's no path, so you go over around. So we're on like the bottom curve of the map. If you were to look at a kind of map of Center Parcs, which I could probably show you on, there's normally one down that way a bit. I'll show you one at some point. We're on the bottom curve of that, so it's a bit more quiet anyway, and further along, back that way, further along past our lodge, so if you keep going that way and then round that way a bit, we were passing yesterday. Is it going to turn around? Oh, it's deciding it. There we go. We were passing that yesterday, and there was a van there with a sign saying pet lodge conversions. So it looks like they're turning even more of the standard lodges into pet lodges, and they had little barriers so you couldn't get in, stuff like that. So it looks like they're making it even more pet friendly, which is why it's a bit more quiet around our end, because not as many lodges that can be occupied. But I think it's the middle of a week. Once we get to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, at the end of the week, it's going to be much, much busier. So I'm kind of enjoying it while it's quiet. Plan on doing a little walk around tomorrow. I'll raise the angle back up so you cannot see my double chin. Doing a nice walk around tomorrow. Hopefully early in the morning if I wake up on time. Just kind of showing the lodges, the walk through to the village and a bit around the lake and stuff like that while it's quiet. Kind of give you guys a bit of a view of it. But yeah, he is somehow still going, aren't you? If we pan the camera down, you will see he's still there, panting away, having a jolly old time. My only complaint about these dog parks is that you see, if I pan around, there's a load of like broken sticks and stuff, which is fair enough, it's in the middle of a forest. There's trees literally everywhere, if I'm panning correctly, which I am. There's trees literally everywhere, so you'd expect a lot of sticks, but obviously if your dog is going a bit mental, some of these could kick up and injure your dog. I think he got something stuck in his paw, which I've managed to get out, and he's fine now. It's just, if your dog does go a bit mental, I know like greyhounds and lurchers and stuff have the weak back legs that you're not meant to grab or hold or anything, so imagine that you could get torn up pretty nastily by a stick. Oh, something's flown away in that bush. You can hear it flapping. But yeah, this dog park here, it's the one on the bottom middle, I'm going to say, directly south on the map from the village, and it's quite quiet. From what I've seen 3 dog parks out of I think 5, and this is the most quiet one. It's the biggest one, most quiet one, so it's nice for just a little playtime with the boy. I did see when I was walking around yesterday to go pick up the car over behind me, so that way there's a load of dog-friendly lodges, because I saw people walking their dogs to them. A lovely 6-month-old German Shepherd puppy, she was gorgeous, and a few other dogs that didn't come and say hi to Ozzy, including a few spaniels and stuff like that. But yeah, so we're walking back from the dog park now. I couldn't show you me walking out of the dog park because I had to close the gate, and I am useless with one hand. I've got one hand on it with a lead, obviously, and one hand on the camera. Oh, there we go. So, as you can see, lovely summery walk. I don't have my sunglasses. I did not bring them because I thought it's April in the UK. Why would I need sunglasses? Oh, he's found someone else's scent and marked it beautifully. So yeah, we're just gonna walk back around here. Just take something in the face so I can go past this car without showing number plates because of privacy. As you can see, dogs do have to be on a lead at all times. He can go pretty long on this lead. I think it's like a 20-foot plus lead. But I'm just keeping him a little bit close in case a car or a bike does come. I don't want him to take out a small infant on a bike. because that would be disastrous. Got some lodges up here on the right. Just pan over. Oh, I've tangled myself in the dog lead like a professional. That's what the lodges look like from the outside around here. These are the standard lodges, I believe. So they all kind of look the same. They have got some brand new lodges up around the other side, which I saw, they've got a hot tub and a games room. They're like $2,000 a week or something like that, crazy. For 3 people, for 3 sets of couples or family, it's not a bad price per person. But when it's just me, my fiance and the dog, it's a bit expensive for me. I'd love to go in the tree houses as I showed you yesterday, but fortunately those are also very expensive for 2 people. And most of my friends, one of my friends is a teacher, so that's even more expensive really, isn't it, going to summer holidays or school holidays. But that's our lodge there. So literally past these bins. Oh, got a little robin on our sign. Hello. How are you today? Oh, flown away. And then that's not our door there, that's next door's door. Our door's around to the left. For privacy, I'm not going to show you next door's door because privacy, as I said. So yeah, that's it for this morning. I might record a bit later, but you'll soon see. Good morning and welcome back. This is day 3, Wednesday. I did not record much yesterday after the fact, because I was essentially went swimming for 4 hours or something like that. I went swimming about 3-4 hours. Didn't record any of it, obviously. But essentially went swimming, had a lovely time, stayed till it got a bit dark so you could experience the rapid slide in as close to night as we're realistically going to get. I think we've stayed another half an hour. It would have been fully dark, but we needed to go to the park market to get some food for dinner because I forgot we had to eat yesterday. And so we got some bits, had that, and then just pretty much went straight to sleep. And I slept like a baby because I am an old man. I'm not old, I'm like 28. And so, during a day of swimming, stuff takes out of you. As you can see, my hair is not complying this morning. I've tried to get that little flick out about 14 times so far this morning. It's not having it. I don't have a dog with me today. I let him out for a wee and he just went straight back to bed with my fiance. So I decided I was going to make a trek to the village to get some bread, some baguette. I'm also going to pop into a treat store if it's open and get myself a Tango Ice Blast because they are no added sugar, and so I can actually have one. There's the dog park. So I can actually have one, which is rare because normally they're full of sugar, which I can do as a diabetic, but I don't mind it's worth the amount of insulin I have to inject, so I don't often bother with that. So hopefully I'll treat myself. It is a bit nippy. It's about 9 o'clock this morning. It's a little bit on the cold side. As you can see, there's a goose over there cleaning himself. 2 geese, actually. I'm going to go this way. There is 2 kind of ways from where we stay. Well, there's a few ways, obviously. Hello, little Robin. Good morning. How are you? Hello. You're very friendly. There's a couple of ways. The 2 quickest ways are this way and just further along to the right. This kind of brings you in at the back of the village, and then you walk down through. The other way brings you out at the front of the village, and then you can walk through that way. 6 and 2 threes, really, depending on what part of the village you're trying to get to. Or you can loop round to the left, but that takes a bit longer. And because it is quite nippy, and I'm wearing shorts like a fool, I thought I'd go the fast way. Now, I am struggling a bit this morning, not necessarily in my physical health, but my left ear got a bit waterlogged in the swimming pool, and now I can't hear out of it properly, which is incredibly distracting, and I'm hoping a nice morning walk will free that up. Because currently I'm having to walk on the left side of my fiance so I can actually hear her speak properly. And that's not a regular occurrence for me, so I am fully blaming the pool. There's a little squirrel over there, I don't know if you can see him, scampering about. This little path I believe has existed for a while, however it's been redone a bit. So there's like little paths down here you can see where you can walk along this little bit of water. But I don't like doing that too much because it does very much feel like you're in someone's back garden. But they've recently added, you can see over here, these kind of wooden sides that they light up at night so you can see where you're going, but also kind of stops you climbing up these bits of mud to the side into people's lodge's back garden. So it's quite nice. And then as you can see, that's the back side of the village. I'm going to be heading up to the left here around just next to the lake, and in the back behind Hucks and the Indians. So I'm just quickly going to go to zebra crossing here, but just making sure there's no bikes or anything. There's a bike park to my right here, as well as it's not a proper nature walk, it's what was at Winfell for ages. They've just recently added it here. It's kind of got like some plastic mushrooms and little houses and stuff like that. A little walk around for the kids. You see, the geese are out in force this morning. Seems to be two types of geese here. There's these ones with the orange beaks. I believe these are Canadian geese, possibly. And then there's the ones that I showed you on the first day who were coming over to say hi to Ozzy. They were coming over to steal food and Ozzy was in the way. And they are a different type of geese because they have a different coloured beak. Don't ask me which. I do know a number of birds. Don't necessarily know those birds. You see, there's the one there with a black beak, a different colouring, next to some moorhens. I know moorhens. See here, there's Hucks on the right. Just quickly show you. That's the inside of Hucks. Then you have these geese here. This area is slightly newer. This used to just be like straight onto mud into the lake, but obviously they've added this so people don't run into the lake anymore. Probably smart, probably for the best. Now here on the right, this is where we had the Starbucks on the first day. I'm just going to walk a little bit of a long way around to avoid a child in a pram. This is where we were. In fact, it was that bench there where the geese were trying to take our lunch, and I spilled cheese all down myself. But yes, this is the village square, as you can tell by this sign here. Big map there. And in here we have the Indians, Café Rouge, which is kind of French cuisine. And then we'll dop on through to the park market. I'll start recording now because this is going to be a bit busier. I don't want to record a load of random people, but I'll catch you on the other side. The mission was half a success. I got baguette, big baguette, too big for bag, and a pack of on sale filled chocolate crepes. So my fiance loves them. Mission failed for the Tango Ice Blast. It turns out that it opens at 10 a.m. and it is not 10 a.m. and I'm not waiting around. There was, however, for some reason there's a little bridge over a little bit of water with some koi fish in, and on that bridge was two mallarded ducks just vibing out. just having a chill old time. So I'll try and put a picture of those in. I'm just trying to be quiet when people come running past. I believe there was a Center Parcs staff as they came from the staff only area. So very nice morning run. This over to the right here, I'll try and hand to it so it's flat, is an outdoor activity centre, but not the outdoor activity centre. It is got where you do the bird encounters. So if, for example, you were to do, I think they've got owl encounters, they've got bird of prey encounters, all that kind of good stuff. If you were to book on that, that's where you go. You enter somewhere. Oh, there's a car. Just gotta make sure I'm out the way of that. I'm gonna cut through here actually. That's where you'd go for that. I've done it before. It's very nice, to be fair. I was very jealous the first time I did it. I did birds of prey. And while I was holding like big owls and stuff like that, the baby one came past, the kids one, and they had baby owls, which, you know, is in my mind a bit unfair because I wanted baby owls. But I could not get baby owls because, because they were for the kids. So I did the kid one next time, but it was at Winfell and it was slightly different. So I did get to hold some baby owls, and that was truly one of my best days. Oh, squirrels in the bush there. So yeah, I recommend those. They bring in external people for them. It's an external company that's quite local, come in with the birds, with the owls, and you get a nice experience of them. I am going in the most roundabout way possible to avoid things. I could just avoid a group of women running. I didn't want to catch them on camera, so I went round the corner. I'm literally back where I was 2 minutes ago. There's more people up ahead. Ooh, a dog. I just want to show you this map up here, so I might quickly jump over to the map for you. So this is the map I was on about, and essentially we were at 574 here. The dog park we were at yesterday is this one here, and then where I was saying there's the improvements being done is all around this bottom loop here, the pine. That's all been either redone for pets or just improved. I mean, this site has been open since 1971, I believe. First Center Parcs site in the UK. So it's quite old and does need some renovation, which they're currently doing. They seem to be doing it a bit of everywhere. But yeah, that's the map. I'm just going to dip back to home because I'm literally here and the dog park is there, so you've seen pretty much all of this before. Later today we're going to be doing some crazy pool, which we'll probably have some clips of, but the audio will be muted because they will probably be playing copyright music in there. And then we're going to be doing some family putting. Both of those are over at the country club here. So I'll get some clips of that in, probably with some lovely non-copyright music over the top. But yes, I'll see you for that. there. I was almost in the hole. That's what I'm like on the golf course. That's also what I'm like on the golf course. That is how you turn a 2 into a 4. Stuck to the back wall is what it's done. A little bit downhill.
Slightly.